Hey, are you scared of being embarrassed? I think everyone tries to avoid awkward situations as much as possible. Like someone opening the door in a public restroom while you sit on the toilet and realize that by chance you forgot to lock it. Or when you talk in a foreign language in your class and you mix up the words to search and to be intimate with someone. None of this has definitely ever happened to me. But what if I told you that some people dream of that? You won't believe it, but some folks are ready to do anything for attention. And embarrassing yourself is the easiest thing. I bet you would get the same stares if you poop yourself. Especially with those slides that could be epic. That's a bright example of what I mean. I don't think those girls understand why people need to double check what's going on. The only thing they see is attention, and what kind of attention is not their problem. I think the main character term deserves to be a real syndrome, because what we saw is not okay. I've even found some articles where they say MCS offers the wrong kind of stories: harmful, isolating, solipsistic, immoral. What else would you call this behavior? When I found out he's banging his nurse on the low. I guess the nurse is getting all the inheritance. I'm curious, is that her grandpa? And what kind of relationships you need to have to film TikTok shaking your butt in front of a clearly ill person? I can tell by his face that it's not exactly what he wants. Maybe only if the girls from the previous post would do it, he would smile. Listen, if you have a main character syndrome, turn off this video. I'm not sharing my ideas for free. But seriously, this is unbelievably disrespectful. And there are two types of main characters, and I don't know which category is worse. First one are those who film themselves acting like total jerks or just embarrassing themselves mostly to get online attention. And the second one are those who don't even understand that the planet Earth didn't appear for them to park their Lamborghini in the middle of the sidewalk. Maybe the next time they'll try to park it on tram tracks. They look pretty comfy. But that's only the small part of the world of a person who believes that they know everything better. They're capable of more.
So obviously my phone does not know that I moved to California. And I got a text today saying that I was in an evacuation zone for a hurricane and that I needed to leave. And I was like, I already did that 6 months ago.
I want you to dive deep into this girl's character because it plays a big role in the story. She has a very important opinion about hurricanes and earthquakes, and you wanna know why? Because she lived in Florida and California. That's it.
Okay, but seriously, people are always comparing the two. Like my friends in California are like, oh yeah, we get to deal with earthquakes, but they're not as bad as hurricanes.
I am not an expert in this topic. I've never lived through a natural disaster, but the last couple of weeks had been very tragic for the US. And around 230 people have lost their lives across 6 states. Many people lost their houses as well. And this influencer posted her opinion basically when everything was happening.
So now that I have lived through 5 earthquakes, 5, okay? All of them being in the last like 10 days, which is actually insane. My hair is so clean, it's like not, whatever, moving on.
Are you seriously suffering from losing your homes and devastation the hurricane caused? Well, earthquakes are worse, and my hair is so clean. Whatever. She's not taking this topic any seriously. Can I give unsolicited advice? If you don't have anything to say but really want to show people that you're present, shut up. Seriously, that looks like laughing at people's grief.
Yeah, earthquakes are so much worse than hurricanes. There's actually no comparison. Earthquakes are 1,000 times worse. Don't at me.
Of course, it's 100 times worse to her, because she left the evacuation zone. She didn't experience it. Many people simply didn't have a choice to leave this place. I understand that 5-minute earthquakes are scary, but you can't compare it to anything that happened recently. But these unaware people with main character syndrome don't require a camera. They're pretty natural at being the center of attention. Couple gets mad at the evil queen for being the evil queen.
You're not an evil queen. That's ugly. That was straight ugly.
I was asking for a picture with your phone like that.
Yeah, that's straight ugly. You have an ugly attitude.
The guys just haven't learned to have fun. Why do you come to Disneyland without being ready to see characters who play their role? You know what I don't get? Even if you don't like the evil queen, why do these people feel obligated to tell that in their face? You don't like it. So what? You're not alone here. Some kids would love her. In fact, only they were scaring children away. The evil queen didn't yell and didn't call anyone ugly. Does he think people dress like that just for fun? It's their job. What can you do about it? Break the character in front of everyone?
Talk to Jesus. Is Jesus gay? No, he's not. Talk to God.
Man, I wish it was so easy to talk to Jesus or God. That would actually help a lot. We would finally solve the main problem of humanity. Throughout the history, people were debating with each other. Back in the Middle Ages, even killing because of it. Wouldn't it be so easy to talk to Jesus and finally let everyone who was doubting and not believing know that Jesus and God are in fact gay? How would you explain this photo then? Jesus isn't gay. Only fools believe that Jesus is gay. I won't try to justify myself. I've never talked to God and don't think ever will. I just don't want to be like this guy who's so tough and devoted to his faith that one simple t-shirt with a rainbow made him lose it. But then I started to think, did Jesus have tattoos all over his body? Or did Jesus throw tantrums in a shop? Even if you believe in God, you don't have to be like some guy 2000 years ago. Be glad people invented treating headaches without piercing your head. And what I am glad for is that you are watching this video right now. Can you please like this video and subscribe to my channel quickly? Thank you. Now I think we're ready to deal with people who act like main characters on purpose. And if you ever wondered where you could find them, most likely at the airport. What do you do when you have 2 hours before you board your flight? Well, I would say you sit there and get absolutely bored. Then you go for a walk to a duty-free but realize you're too broke to afford the water here, so you sit back and wait. Oh, and don't forget standing in the boarding line for extra 30 minutes only to sit another 30 minutes in the airplane waiting for everyone else. I hope I didn't forget anything. But she would just dance. Why do you hear this heavy silence and squeaking sound of her sneakers without turning on the sounds? This is so awkward. Everyone will hope you won't fly on the same plane with them. That's the only reaction you will get. I try my best to understand airport lovers because there are a lot of them. Like this guy threw a whole performance. And for what? I wish everyone who does something similar would understand. People wish they didn't see you. People pay attention to you not because you're special, but because it's crazy. I bet you would look at the person who threw a sneaker at your head. It's natural. And I don't mean that people at the airport are not talented. I bet this contortionist girl is very cool. But when you transit at 3 AM after a 4-hour flight, this is not exactly what your mental toughness is ready to deal with. I will be honest, main characters with real talent are less annoying. Okay, I admit that. But I've never said the world is full of gifted people. Me, I hate dating. Also me, single, sent wine to 7A seats. For some reason, with 100% certainty, I can say that no one had sent her wine. But I think 7B passenger would need some wine to get through this flight. I have a very strong feeling that every TikTok creator arriving at the airport feel like it's their stage. And people are waiting for some sort of show. No, we're not. You're not funny, not interesting, or entertaining as long as you do it for views on TikTok. That's a rule. And even if you are some sort of famous person, that doesn't make the world spin around you.
Just like you, stand up straight, Papa do. Don't ask me what we are, I haven't got a clue.
Going in the opposite direction of the crowd is the most asshole thing you can do. Especially carrying that guitar to swing it around to clear some more people. Like seriously, what is the role of the guitar here? He's not playing it. Oh wait, how passersby would understand that he's a rock star? Then it's very reasonable. I think messing up people's mood is like the primary goal of main characters. Of course, except for attention. When you understand that you can't be the main character today. Yes, there are such awful occasions such as weddings, birthdays, funerals. You have the only thing left to do. Annoy the hell out of the host. I would literally pull the dress with my whole strength to see the domino effect on her. If it's someone's birthday, you can always smash the cake in their face. And the most important part starts where people understand that there were candles or toothpicks. Please don't prank people like that. If you have some problems with not being the center of attention, stay home. And I don't know, turn on the video where people stare at the camera, then it looks like they look at you. Because no one wants to see this. I think we all have the same question right now. Not this one. Where did his belly button go? I'm very confused. I can't stand seeing how he knows exactly what he's doing and for what. When I see a person like that, a new emotion appears in my mind. It is a mix of disgust, rage, and cringe. I want to make a small stop at the next creator, because I believe she's the brightest example of a main character. And with the first video, the theme of her account is already pretty clear. Getting undressed in public. I love how the guy in the back is not even interested. He's looking at her with a blank stare. And I would probably do the same. I simply can't imagine going in public and filming some strangers. That's already something I would never do. But she also pretends like they're looking at her because she's hot. Caught lacking. No, he's not. Don't lie to yourself and don't try rage baiting. I can't wait for this kind of content to stop working. Do you guys not understand it's a joke? Then could you explain it? I don't get how being rude and annoying is funny. She's literally doing the try not to twerk trend in the underwear in the supermarket in front of a child. When you say it out loud, it sounds even crazier. But like, my eyes don't lie, right? And I wouldn't be as shocked if she didn't do it twice in front of another child. Now imagine a man doing it. This is almost indecent exposure, like I'm not joking. If it was a man, people would call the police on him. And they would be right. And she does everything in her underwear, like going to gym. And that is another perfect location for main character. There are a lot of people who you can film without their consent. Girl, he's not even looking at you. He tries to do his job and you clearly interrupt him and make him feel uncomfortable. In the first place, I don't understand how they film it, but then how do they post it? They watch themselves being a total ass and being okay with it? And of course, this precious main character wouldn't miss out on our favorite place, the airport. Show them already. Not like I want it just doesn't work anymore. We've seen it, boring. Do something new. And the peak of the irritation you can meet is her being on the airplane. I got kicked out after this. I really hope she was, especially if the plane was in the middle of the flight. I'll do a small deep breathing exercise. I'm back and I'm ready to discuss her butt smacking this man's face. I'm sad that we have to live in a world where middle-aged women watch TikTok videos on full volume in public without headphones, and influencers blinding everyone with their flashlight. That's why I sit at home all the time. I'm not the problem here, I'm just a traumatized, scared person, okay? You want to know the level of absurdity going on in her account? I can't show you the video because YouTube won't be okay with it. But she has a video shooting from an automatic rifle in her underwear, and the caption under this video is "Make America Great Again." But then I decided to scroll through her comments and saw that everyone was writing the same thing. Natalie Reynolds dared a homeless woman to jump in the lake for $20, left and ran away as the woman screamed for help as she could not swim. Not so funny anymore, right?
I can't swim. I can only float.
No, stop. Seriously, don't stop. Please, you're actually freaking me out. No, please. Please, don't.
Oh, this is bad. Dude, Natalie.
Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't know. No, I didn't. Let's go.
God, there's a fire truck. Nah, this is bad.
Someone will find it entertaining looking at her undressing in public. But then the same person would do such a horrible thing. It's cool to make fun of a homeless person, but when she causes danger to the life of that person, she flees with her friends. And even though her little videos may seem harmless, she's able to abandon a drowned person who, I have to mention, jumped in the water because of her. Then what could someone like these guys possibly do? I don't know what pushes these guys into literally assaulting these people. I don't know how to call pulling underwear from strangers on the street. And the worst thing for me is that they disturbed so many people in multiple ways that they made a 4-minute long video full of these pranks. This whole time it was just me saying that being a rude person is bad. And I thought it was kind of obvious, but now I'm doubting it. And the bad thing is people started to make money on being a bad person and capturing it. When you see something online, sometimes it doesn't seem like something real. Just a funny prank, but it's not. And you just saw how easily it can become violent. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'm a small creator and it is really important for me. Bye!